The FAA is slashing air traffic by 10% at 40 airports across the country starting Friday. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy's announcement coming this afternoon as air traffic control and TSA staffing shortages continue to cause massive backups at major airports nationwide.
I anticipate there will be additional disruptions. There will be frustration. We are working with the airlines. They're going to work with passengers. But in the end, our sole role is to make sure that we keep this airspace as safe as possible.
This as the Trump administration and the government shutdown causing the issues hit a record-breaking 36 days today. The government shutdown making it the longest shutdown of all time. I want to bring in CNN's aviation correspondent Pete Montine. Pete?
Well, Jake, airlines were caught very off guard by this announcement, and I'm told by an airline source they were given less than an hour notice to put this policy in place in only about 36 hours' time. The impact here will be huge for the American traveler. Remember, air traffic controllers continue to work unpaid during this shutdown, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy just said there is too much stress on them. It's making the airspace unsafe. So he says if there is no deal ending the government shutdown, this policy will go into effect starting Friday morning. To put this simply, the FAA is imposing a 10% cut to flights at 40 major airports across the country. Those specific airports remain undisclosed tonight. The FAA chief, Brian Bedford, says a list of those airports will come out sometime tomorrow. What's interesting here is that Bedford says this was guided by the data that the FAA gets from pilots, not the air traffic controllers. This surprise new policy was designed to protect. Here is what Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said about that.
We're noticing that there's additional pressure that's building in the system. And again, our priority is to make sure that you're safe. And so we're going to talk about additional measures that we are going to take that's going to reduce the risk profile in the national airspace.
More than 400 air traffic control staffing shortages have been reported at FAA facilities since the start of the shutdown 35 days ago. That number more than 4 times what was reported during the same period last year. Still very few details from the Transportation Department on this, but
whew. Hey, welcome to Ace on the Takes. I'm your host Ace, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. This is starting to get rough. This is getting rough on all ends. This is getting rough for individuals that's traveling. Of course, you know, this is the holiday season, so people are trying to get home, trying to get the family, trying to get the friends, trying to get the loved ones, and even for work, right? Even though I know a lot of people's jobs are getting cut and slashed and everything else, but people still traveling, just traveling, right? And so you have, you know, the FAA to cut flights at 40 locations across the U.S. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm at the point in my life where if it's 6 hours or more, I need to get on a flight. Like, I just don't care to drive. A lot of places too much no more. You know, when I was younger, I used to love to drive all over the place, but now I don't want to drive, you know. And so I saw some locations where it's taking 7-8 hours to even get through TSA, because it's what TSA at this point, right? And so it's getting bad, man. It's getting real bad. People aren't getting paid. People are supposedly working, not getting paid, just to make sure that other people are trying to get to their destination on time and everything else. And it is getting real spooky out here in these streets. So please be safe. If you're trying to travel, I mean, you're going to have to drive. You know what I'm saying? You rent a car, go drive. Because right now, even if you went to go take a flight, you paid for your trip and everything else, paid for your seat, you might not still even get on that flight. You know what I'm saying? So just be diligent. You know what I'm saying? Just get you a rental car, and you're going to have to just take a road trip, you know? So it's getting bad, man. It's getting bad. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had better information for you guys, but I do hope that this government shutdown comes to a halt at some point, and they just try to figure it out. I know, of course, it's kind of a pissing contest to see, you know, who can hold out the longest and so on and so forth. But it's hurting everybody. Everybody at some point, you know, at the lowest is feeling this government shutdown. You know, a lot of people are being furloughed. And a lot of people are not being paid, behind on bills, getting evicted. So this is big for everybody, not just the airports and those people that's traveling, but for everybody. So Let's see what the rest is saying.
Cutting airline flights by 10% is a huge number. There are about 45,000 flights handled by U.S. air traffic controllers on an average day. So what the FAA is talking about here is equivalent to canceling about 4,500 flights a day. By my math, that's about 30% worse than the worst day for flight cancellations in the last year. One must also think of the optics here, Jake. Never before has the U.S. airspace been politicized like this. Jake.
Pete Montine, thanks so much.
bad.
And joining us now to discuss, Nick Daniels, president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. What's your reaction to the announcement from Secretary Duffy? Is that welcome news for your members, your air traffic controllers?
Air traffic controllers are showing up to work every day to deal with issues that we've never seen before. 36-day shutdown, the stresses, the pressure, the fatigue is setting in. Air traffic controllers are texting, I don't even have enough money to put gas in my car to come to work. Everything.
That is horrible, man. Like, how that's bad, man. That's like, I'm not making light of this situation because this is like really, really, really bad across, regardless of what side you're on, right, left, up, down. Like, it is bad across the board. And like I said, everybody's kind of feeling the stress of the situation across the board, right? And so for someone who's a traffic control individual whose, job is to make sure that planes aren't hitting each other in the air, right? Like, every plane could have 100 plus individuals on it, and you're just trying to make sure that they don't hit each other in the air, that people are safe, and the person that we want to look out for us so we can go see our families don't even have enough money and gas to get to work to make sure that my flight gets to where it needs to be on time and safe. That's an issue. That's an issue. That's an issue for everybody that's on that flight. That's not safe, and this is horrible. This has been
that
like
we
the
can do
worst.
to support the air traffic controllers during this time is another step and another measure to ensuring that as the risk rises, that it's mitigated, and this is what Secretary Duffy and Administrator Bedford felt was best for the system.
So you agree that this is a good move considering where we are?
This is a decision that
It's
they're going
only
to have to
move.
make. They're going to have to review and determine is this the right move or not, because it's a moving target every day that this shutdown continues. There are more problems being caused from it. Every day it grows, and we don't know what that measure is going to be and would look like, but we need to ensure the air traffic controllers are supported along the way.
Is it safe to fly?
It is absolutely safe to fly, but that's because of the hardworking men and women and dealing with this added risk, this added fatigue, this added pressures. They're going to work, and every single day they have to make that decision of, are they fit for duty? Are they ready to handle the stresses and pressures of what's going on? Are we going to have...
It's tough, man. It's tough. And we all in this damn crock pot called America. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's rough for everybody right now. We all feeling the pressure from all directions, from work, from just regular life, trying to day to day, just making it to the next day at this point for some individuals across the board is tough, right? Last month, a month ago, 2 months ago, a lot of people were up here. Now, a lot of people are starting to dwindle down and get beat up every day, even worse. You know what I'm saying? So if it's from bills, personal stress, financial stress, it's just a stressful situation for everybody. So I don't know, man. Y'all tell me about how y'all feel in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And I'm your host, Ace. Peace. I'm out.